Hey, it's Donna Drake, and we are here behind the scenes at a cigar dinner celebrating all things that are Italian. Stay tuned. Tonight we're celebrating something really special. You have a lot of the community coming out tonight to celebrate your cigars. Tell us about your line.
Well, I started this a little over a year ago. I was blessed by God. I went down to the Dominican Republic with some friends of mine, had some good connections. I wound up acquiring a plantation, 500 acres, and I bought it to 2 factories. So with custom blending cigars, I transferred my family name, but my Bonanno name from Castellamano del Golfo. And I transferred the crest. This is the crest, the symbol of my family heritage, and I put it into a great smoking cigar. So that's my passion, making good cigars for great people. This cigar community is incredible. Everybody gets together. It's great camaraderie with everybody and having these parties. And I went partners with Jose Reyes from the Mets. We're doing a Jose Reyes cigar. We just launched this box just a few months ago, and it's going fabulous, thank God.
You know, he also has a singing career that he's starting. Did you know that?
Yes, he did. He does rap, and he's very good at it, too. I'm very proud of him. He's doing a great job. Yeah, he's into that, and the cigars have been taking off really nicely. Jose's also from the same region where I opened my factories, or the factories where we have. From Santiago, Dominican Republic, is where they've grown one of the finest tobaccos in the world. And, it's just the history of the Dominican Republic is from Cuba, when Cuba was embargoed, and a lot of the business went to the DR. A lot of the big heavy hitter names went down there, established plantations and factories. And yeah, we're growing great product, and we're trying to service the community, you know?
I'm very happy for you. You know, it's interesting when you get to the point in your life where you can do something and have fun with it, right?
Oh, I love what I do. You know, it's funny, I was talking to my partner, Jason Messina, and we say it all the time, we love what we do. I'm a production guy. I used to be in the garment industry. I used to live in the Dominican Republic. So I'm very familiar with their culture and how they live. And I understand the manufacturing aspect of it. So it's what I do. I sleep, I breathe, I eat it. And I love what I do. And when you love what you do, it's not work. You know, it's not work. So I'm really happy, yeah.
They taste great. Like, I don't smoke a cigar, but I like the aroma. I like the smell. So I'm just sitting next to you, and I'm getting a nice sensation.
You know, my mother said the same thing. My mother, God bless her, she's 82 years old. Her birthday was just a couple of weeks ago. And my mother's not a smoker, but when she smells my cigar, she goes, you know, Joseph, that smells really good. And you know why? Because our tobacco is very aged and fermented. You know, by the time, people don't know, but a cigar is all organic, it's handmade. About 300 hands touch this before it gets into your mouth. And it takes about 3 years from the actual planting of the seed till we ferment it, till we dry it, till it gets to an actual cigar, till it's manufactured, aged, and then it hits your mouth. It takes about 3 years, 3 to 5 years.
It's an art.
It's an art. And it shouldn't be confused with other tobacco products like the machine-made ones or cigarettes. This is a whole completely different experience. You know, from Winston Churchill to Al Capone, you know, these guys, the reason why cigars are so sought after, it's also a meditation thing, relaxing. It's not about sitting and smoking outside in the freezing cold and trying to get one in. It's about sitting with family and friends, camaraderie, and really, really enjoying the cigar, the smoke of the cigar, you know.
And savoring it. Now, talking about friends, you have a lot of friends that are here tonight.
A lot of friends, yeah.
Now, tell me about the Sopranos. Like, tell us about some of the people that came out to also celebrate you.
Yeah, so we collaborated with the Soprano cast. We have Dan Grimaldi, Jason Cerbone, and Robert Funaro, which they all they played on a bunch of series in the Sopranos. Yeah, you know, they were blessed to be acting on a show, one of the greatest shows of all times. And the Sopranos were one of the great. I mean, everybody knows them, and they were blessed to have that. And they're just a great bunch of guys. We figured we'd collaborate. I'm with a guy named Joe Gambino. He's an internet personality. We collaborated with all of them. We got together and we made this party, you know.
great party. I mean, you have beautiful people here, all dressed. They're lovely. They're all lovely.
Yeah, they're all, and you know what? And they're all great supporters, and I'm blessed to have friends and family like that, you know. And this is like a great event. Everybody's happy, everybody's smiling, right? There's nobody in a bad mood. What could you want than that, you know? So.
Thank you for inviting us. We're really happy to be here to celebrate this with you, you know. And
thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Yeah.
And you're going to bring some friends over, and I'm going to talk to them about your company.
I will. I'm going to bring I'm going to bring each Soprano cast over, so you can make a couple of seconds with them. And all right, I'll bring them over. You got it. Thank you.
Happiness to you. Okay, Dan. So tonight's a special night, and I know that you played 2 characters on The Sopranos. I want to know, did you like one of the characters more than the other?
Well, Philly only lasted 5 or 6 minutes. Patsy lasted the whole series, so I guess Patsy was my favorite.
There's that great scene too where like you pee in the pool, right? So tell us about that. What was like the creative process behind that whole scene?
Well, I always say that the thing of it is that he was impotent. He couldn't shoot Tony, so the best thing he could do to violate him was pee in his pool. It was a, you know, when I first read the script, it was my first big scene, and I said I'm going to be known as the guy who pissed in Tony's pool, and I was very happy because I had something to be known by.
Absolutely, I would have liked to have been that guy, but you know,
I also didn't get invited to any pool parties that summer.
Sorry.
It's true.
Dan Grimaldi, I mean. So tonight is a fun event. I know that you and the Soprano cast, you get to do a lot of nice things together, like a club.
Yes, we're very, very grateful, first of all, for being on the best show in the history of television. David Chase, you know, a genius, and it's the gift that just keeps giving because we have new generations. I say the kids that used to hide or be sent to their room on Sunday nights when we ran live are watching it today. And so it's the best show, best written show in the history of television. And, you know, we just keep getting more fans and more fans. And we are so grateful. We get to work at events like this, and we get to be together a lot.
What made you decide to become an actor?
That's too long of a story.
The short National Geographic version.
Okay. I have a PhD in computer science, and I went to work at Bell Labs. I was a superstar, but I didn't like it. And one day I woke up and said I could be an actor. I had no idea what I was talking about. Only acted in grammar school. I was in all my plays in grammar school, but I had never acted at all. And I went to study with Lee Strasberg, and the first class I took, I knew I was home. And it's been my passion, and will be my passion till the day I die.
My father worked for AT&T my whole life, you know, and we always talked about Bell Labs, the baby bells, all the bells. So I know when you say that you were there at Bell Labs that you must be brilliant. So maybe that helps you study your lines. I don't know.
I didn't hear you.
I said maybe your brilliant mind helps you study your lines. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it does. Well, as I've gotten older, my photographic memory has diminished, but I still have a very good memory for lines, and I always have. And I'm grateful for that.
And how are you at dancing? Are you a good dancer?
I used to be.
Well, let's see. Do a chair dance.
Now I got 2 bad knees. Oh, I can chair dance.
All right, yeah. Woo! With us now is Jason. Jason, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Donna?
So I know that the Sopranos guys, you're kind of like a club now, and you go and do special events together. What is that like?
Oh, it's like old home week or something. It's like high school reunion whenever we do it. I love these guys, honestly. So we have Bobby Funaro, Dan Grimaldi, and those are like 2 of my best friends now. And it's not even that we got to work together so much, but through these events and charity things and just all these Soprano type get-togethers that we've done throughout the years, we've become very close.
And where did you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I'm from Westchester, New York. I grew up in Yonkers. Yeah.
So you're from here. It's not like you weren't from Idaho.
No, I wasn't. No. No, that would have been impressive probably for the accent, although if I grew up in Idaho, yeah.
But it was legit. It's your real voice.
Yeah.
So being an actor and getting cast at a young age like that on such a top show, how did that change your trajectory?
Well, I mean, The Sopranos was definitely a show that everybody in the industry watched. So it had fans, directors, producers, casting people. Everybody was talking about that show at the time. So it just got you a lot of exposure. It got you out there with the right people, and it put you in some good spots.
And tonight's a special night, and we're in a good spot tonight at Patrizio's. Have you tried the food yet, or the
I
cigars?
haven't tried the food yet. I have a couple cigars that I'm looking to get into, and I definitely want to eat something. Yeah.
A lot of people over the years, I've seen you do some newspaper articles and things like that about how the role that Tony played, his character, to your character. Were there any life lessons that you carried on in your own personal life?
I mean, God, from the character itself, probably.
Or from James as a person?
Well, James was unbelievable. I mean, for me as a new actor, when I got that job, to watch him and work with him and just be opposite him was like the greatest, acting class you could have possibly been in. You're just in awe. I mean, I would go to set sometimes just to watch him and see what he would do. And aside from that, obviously he was a fantastic guy, and I was very lucky to spend time with him.
And how about your family? Do they tease you still? The holidays are coming up, right?
Yeah,
the holiday, Thanksgiving. I want to know, what's it like?
My family, for the most part, was a big Sopranos family. So they were watching on every Sunday, and so we had a good time with it. I think the whole family sort of enjoyed it, and thankfully people are still watching the show. I mean, new people are starting to watch the show now, and I have young 18-year-old kids coming up to me and know the character and know the show because they're just getting into it now. So it's really been an unbelievable ride, really.
I'm happy for you. I really am. And I'm happy for tonight. I mean, San Giuseppe, the Major League, cigar line. I mean, this is fun. It's fun to celebrate life again.
Absolutely. It's fun to celebrate life. Enjoy it.
So we're here behind the scenes. How are you tonight?
Absolutely fabulous. It's so good to be out. The pandemic is it's never going to be ended, but it's nice to be out with people and socializing. And hopefully the water's going to kind of rise, and we'll rise with it. You know what I mean?
I love that. How have you been? Are you doing well?
Yeah. It's been a rough 2 years as an actor. But the great thing about being on The Sopranos that is another, I think, a couple of generations really got into the show and started watching it, and then we've been booked for jobs like this to meet and greet people, so it's a real blessing to be on that show. I mean, I left the show in 2006, and then I did another season, so what is that? I'm really bad at math. It's
a blink away.
It's 15 years ago, and the show is getting a resurgence or a renewal of another generation, another 2 generations checking it out. So it's great, Donna. Thank you.
You're welcome. And as an actor now, what are you most looking forward to? Is there a role that you're looking forward to playing? Something you want to do?
Well, you just take the auditions as they come along. But I am working on a play, adapting it into a film called Handsome Jimmy. And I hope to direct it and to be in it. And I can't really say much about it now. But I think the pandemic has forced us to realize that you really have to try to produce yourself, like Sylvester Stallone did, like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. I think that's the way to go, for me at least, because the doors aren't open right away. So I got to make my own breaks. And almost like that series Andor, I watched one of the last episodes in that Star Wars series. There's one way out, baby, and you got to do it on your own, man. But at least if you die trying, it's worth it. Make the sacrifice.
It's so worth it. And so is this new cigar line. What do you think of the cigar?
It's fabulous.
It is, right? That's what I heard. It's pretty good.
Beautiful, robust taste. I don't know the one that I'm smoking now, but it's delicious.
It's a good one.
Yes.
This is the good one.
San Giuseppe.
San Giuseppe's. All right, guys. So what do we got going on here tonight, Khalil?
So we're at the awesome Big Joe Gambino and Tony Slice event, Joe Bonanno and the Sopranos cast members. I'm just doing a little music, playing some doo-wop, oldies, funk, disco. Gonna mix it up a little bit. A lot of things happening. This is Junior Romano right here.
Hello there.
How you doing?
So I heard that you're a boxer. You get in the ring.
Yes, a little bit. I'll be in celebrity boxing, maybe coming this March. Shout out to Damon Feldman, all the celebrity boxing people.
And so how did you guys become friends?
Friends, we're cousins. Can't you tell the
Family.
resemblance? We have different last names. I'm half Italian and Palestinian. He's full-blooded.
Full-blooded Sicilian.
And we're first cousins, and now we're business partners. So, yeah.
I love that.
I do the music. He beats up the people who want to get close to the music.
There you go.
It's Soprano style.
I think it's so much fun. So what are you playing next? You got a disco mix going on?
Yeah, we're a little playing some throwbacks. I'm going to go right into Tears of a Clown.
Oh, yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, why not?
Do you sing?
I do not sing, but I kind of dance. No, kind of.
Well, I think as a DJ, it's fun to get the action going, right? So if somebody's not dancing to your music, you just go out there, you dance to it yourself, and then come back.
I learned a long time ago not to care what other people are doing and just kind of let the music keep flowing. However, you do want to cater to the people and what they enjoy, so it's kind of a balance and mix. But I think I got it.
I think you did a good job. I think you got it.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
I got nervous.
You did good. You
You're
did
making
good.
me nervous.
I make a lot of people nervous. I heard it's something about my green eyes. Like if I look at them, they like woo. But we're having a great time here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.